Ladies and gentlemen, Viking Guitar Let's Play. Today we're playing Contra. Incredible, iconic opening music, and we're just going to jump right in. No Konami code, no 2 players. We're just going to do this and see if I got what it takes. Because we are not mice, we are men. At least some of you watching this are men. In fact, based on my YouTube viewer demographics, by far most of you are men, which is fine. Or at least you're males. Boys and men. Not boys to men. That's something else entirely, but... when's the last time anyone thought about boys to men? Jesus. Yeah, so anyway, enough about that. Contra. Contra is much more manly than boys to men, which is fine with me. Contra is one of those games that's just so super hard. I never really got good at Contra when I was a kid either, because I didn't have it. Ooh, almost dead. I didn't have it as a kid, and this is one of those games that you really need to own and play many, 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 many times before you get even remotely decent at it. Didn't have any friends that had it. I didn't have it, so I never got good at it. And then when I was in my early 20s, I was living in this cool little coastal community up in California here called Davenport, which some of you may know of. And I was living in Davenport with all of my best friends from high school. And they were also avid video game aficionados. And they had a collection of all of these NES games. And by this point, emulators had already been out. So I had the option to play Contra before this point. But regardless, they had these 2 big bookshelves full of, like, every NES game. They called it the Two Towers, which was, you know, another nerdy reference, obviously. And so in the course of just playing through video games, I decided it was BS. Everyone loves Contra. It's regarded as one of the best NES games by a lot of people. It was time for me to play Contra. So I played Contra, and I died a lot. Like, a lot. And I kept playing, and I kept getting better. And if you play Contra, you know this game is really just kind of about learning where things are and then avoiding those hazards. So I did that. I got through it. Beat it. Felt great. I had finally beat Contra. I felt like a legitimate video game enthusiast, whereas before, you know how it is when you really like something, but you've missed out on some part that everyone else likes? Well, that was Contra for me. That's like saying I love fantasy fiction, but had never read Harry Potter or never read Lord of the Rings or something like that. So I felt great, and then I kept playing it because I really liked the game. And I got really, really good at Contra back when I was probably about 22 or 23. I got so good at Contra, in fact, that I could play the game. I could play it with dying only once, which is, in my opinion, a good feat to have accomplished, to have footed. It was a burden that I footed. But yeah, I got super good at Contra, and then I didn't play it for a long time. I went on to Super C, didn't play a whole lot of Contra 3, because I don't think it's that... I like the game a lot, but it doesn't hold the charm that the first 2 do for me. Yeah, so I got really good at Contra, went on to other games, kind of lost my skills, and then picked it up a few years later being like, oh yeah, I'm super awesome at Contra, and then just totally got my ass handed to me. Which is what happened also during the first 2 times I tried to do this Let's Play video. I just was doing alright, and then I just started getting slaughtered, and it broke my fighter's pride, my warrior spirit, and didn't work. So we're trying, this is actually playthrough 3 for Contra right now. We're gonna see how this goes. Oop. We want to get rid of that thing. This is one of those games where you really can't stop to, like, scratch your face or something if you need to, because guess what? Dead. Barrier's a nice thing, gives you a little temporary invulnerability. And you want to make as much use of that as possible. In fact, I really should have died back there. In advance, I apologize if my commentary starts just going dead, because this is, unlike Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden, which I've played a lot more and over many more years, this is one of those games where I'm still, I've only played this game for maybe 10 years, all things said and done, and I really, if I don't concentrate at times, I will die, and that's not the point of the Let's Play video. Okay, so if the commentary goes dead for a moment, I apologize, but it's just so I can provide you, the viewer, with a better entertainment experience, one that does not consist of me dying and playing the same part of the game over and over and over and over again, which is why I stopped the last Let's Play video. Because that's no fun to watch. I mean, some people might be into that, but I don't know why you would be. Okay. One room down. So, I've got the spread gun. I always called it the shotgun. I thought S stood for shotgun, which, in my opinion, makes a lot more sense than spread gun, but whatever. Anyway, I've got that. I've got the rapid fire upgrade. There really is no reason to get any other weapon the entire game. And that's a pretty blanket statement right there, but it also happens to be right, so I'm going to make that statement. Ah, okay, good. It's awesome area of effect. It hits everything. You can hit things so many times, and if you position yourself right, get like 2 or 3 hits out of every shot, and it's just, I mean, there's no better weapon in the whole game. So we're going to stick with this thing as much as possible. The only reason I'm going to change it is if A, I accidentally get something that someone else drops. Well, that's a rapid fire, so it doesn't matter. Or if I die. And if I die and I get back to the pea shooter, I'm probably going to pick up whatever they have, because it's all about getting back to the spread gun. And then just wrecking everything, because look at you, you're like big shirtless mulleted guy running around in the world of Contra. You've got like a bandana on. This is like every 80s action awesomeness rolled into one. There's aliens, there's robots, there's... I mean, what else do you need? Seriously. This is one of those games, too, where a lot of the time you can pretty much just... Ah, good. You can just keep shooting. Sorry, scratching my eye. And, yeah. There are times you want to aim, but by and large, it's really just about killing everything. Oop. Okay, good. Okay, now, these guys you can only hit when they're like individual parts mingle, and then they shoot these bubbles which kind of follow you and are the worst things ever. I really hate the bubbles a lot. Especially since your jumping is so swimmy and, like, you just kind of hover and hang out that, you know, I mean, you can control your direction, which is nice, but it's really easy to get into a situation where you jump and then you're like, oh crap, I'm stuck in the air, and you can't dodge anything as well as you want to. But yeah, boss 2 done. Or, not boss 2. This is the second of this type of level. This boss is done. Boss 4. Next level. Snowfield. I really like this level, especially because it's followed by a level that's such a pain in the ass. I really hate the energy. Oh, that was an accident, and a bad one at that. Oh well. It could be worse. The next level, level 6, is just really not one of my favorites, and this one I enjoy much more. And what do we got here? Oh, an R. Oh, that's something, I guess. Oh, death. Okay. Here we go. It's the beginning of the end. The continuation of the end. Oh well, I can still do this. This isn't absolutely horrible. You want the barrier or the bomb? Good. Yeah. So I do video game music remixes a lot. I play guitar. I do a bunch under the Viking guitar name. You can find them at http://vikingguitar.bandcamp.com. And I never did Contra. I love the music in the game. A lot of it is just super awesome, but I never did it for some reason. And I'm sure I will at some point. But in the meantime, if you want some awesome Contra music, there's a lot out there. Vertex guy, who shares the same video game remixer initials, VG, that I do, but I won't hold it against him because he's an awesome guy. Vertex guy did Contra Jungle Jam, I think it's called, which is just great. what's his name? A guy named, I think it's Brain Cells in the remix community did a remix of this level's music, which is really good. Or he did a different one. No, Goat did this one. Goat did this one, Brain Cells did some stuff from Super C, and then there's a whole album remixing the Contra 4 soundtrack called Contra 4 Rocked and Loaded, and that's got some people like Danimal, Cannon, Prince of Darkness, Snappleman, a bunch of Norg, and the actual composer of the Contra 4 soundtrack, Jake Kaufman, known as Vert. Awesome album, Rocked and Loaded. So like rocked apostrophe N apostrophe loaded. Go check it out. I don't know if they're still selling hard copies of it or not, but it's a great album and you should check it out. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because it's boss time and I don't have the spread gun, so I'm not confident. Okay. This could be worse. Bam! Done. So this level, I hate this level. Energy Zone, I thought it was called Energy Field. Music's awesome in this level. Oh god, stupid fireballs take so long to be on the screen, and then you can't shoot another one when you need to. Die! I know I probably didn't have to kill that guy, but I just don't trust leaving him alive. The name of this game is not leaving enemies alive. The name of this game is Contra. Oh god, so many things. So many traps. Traps everywhere. And that's a big one. Ooh, a little toasty for a moment there. I like how the fire, like, changes hue and gets, like, a little... Looks like it gets a little greenish or purplish or something. But that's fine. We won't hold it against it. That fire is awesome. Barrier! We're good. I almost always die at that part, but not this time, which is good. And now the name of the game is no longer Contra. It's about going through as much of this as I can with the barrier. So... Okay. And there's another guy somewhere. Is there? Oh, no. Oh, I like this guy. This boss is kind of rad. Oh, you can actually jump over him, which is nice. I still wish I had the spread gun because it's just so much more effective than everything else, and I really hope I get it again at some point. Because I don't want to fight the boss like this. I think I'm pretty good with this rapid-fire B-button thing. It's something that I got from playing lots and lots of Mega Man, but still, this game requires so much shooting that the last thing I want is to be fighting the whole end boss, just rapid-fire pushing this thing over and over. Please be a spread gun. No, it's that. They trick you into trying to jump up there, and then the guy would have shot you. He would have creamed you. Well, that's something, I think. Regardless. Oh god, just shooting over and over and over and over. If I was a wuss, I would use a turbo button. But I don't even... How did that work? I don't even have a turbo button right now. I normally have the option to have one because I play with the PlayStation controller and I map one to turbo even though I never use it. But this time I'm actually playing with a... Not an actual NES controller, but it looks identical to an NES controller. It's, Oh, barrier. Nice. It's just a USB connected NES controller. It feels a little different than an NES one, but it's not like the PlayStation one at all, so... Okay, machine gun, that's better. I don't know what that was. If it was a spread gun, don't tell me. Actually, tell me. If you're watching this, in the comments, put that was a spread gun if it was a spread gun. And then I'll know the depth of my failure. Now, there we go. They try and trick you into jumping into those. I'm telling you, this game is really just about remembering where things are and then being halfway competent at actually playing the game. Okay. Like, there's another spike wall right at the end of this thing. And then you gotta be careful with those in the meantime. Oh, I got lucky there. Come on, die. You take the shots when you can, man. Sometimes, I mean, as with most action games, it's so easy to get focused on the shooting portion that you kind of forget how much it's really it's really just about trying to dodge effectively and then, oh god, dodge effectively and then take the shots when you can. Oh god, okay, enough dying. Die. All right. Are we in the last level? Second to last level, I think. Oh, Alien's Lair. Here we go. I might do this without getting a game over. I really like this blank screen of not having any extra guys. Oh, wow. Now I have an extra guy. Okay. And I'm telling you, those things just look like chest bursters. Those things look like the things that come out of the alien's mouth. All this is just based on... Graphically, so much of it is based on the first Alien movie, and I'm fine with that, because the Alien movies are incredible, and I've watched all of them many times, including Alien Resurrection, which is really just so worthless in every way. Even though, fun fact, what's his name wrote that? Joss Whedon wrote Alien Resurrection, but we won't hold that against him, because he really... I think his script kind of got butchered, and he wasn't the right guy for that movie. Anyway, the rest of the Alien movies are great. Oh, thank God! Now just don't lose the spread gun. So much better with the spread gun. The rest of the Alien movies are great. They influence everything in terms of this type of genre, sci-fi action, Alien and Aliens in particular. I am fine with Contra ripping off Alien and Aliens because they're blatant about it. I mean, they know they're not fooling anyone. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's not like they're sneaking in some little reference and you're being like, wait a minute. It's like so clearly Alien. I can't sing this music. I don't know why I'm trying. Face huggers. Okay, here we go, boss time. If I'm lucky, I can just kill... The name of the game is to kill those egg things first, and... There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Commentary is gonna drop to a minimum, guys. Because we got aliens to kill. Okay, good. Okay, I gotta get some of those eggs before I really focus on that big heart thing. Oh god, trigger finger, getting tired. Look at how awesomely colorful and phosphorescent it is. It's kind of like the Mother Brain layer in Metroid, which is fine. Once again, that's another... There we go. Another homage I'm willing to accept. CONTRA! Done! Didn't have a game over. Definitely didn't only die once. I died many, many times, but there we go. Still one game over. No Konami code. I can live with that. I can be happy with that. About 20 minutes. That's fine. And then we always have, like, the happy music. We destroyed Red Falcon and saved the universe. Funny thing about these games, too, is as you progress through them, the names of the characters change, and at first I think it was just that they were changing it and retconning it, but then in the fourth one they bring back all the characters like they were different the whole time, which I don't get. Anyway, once again, I'm VikingGuitar. You can check out my video game remixes at http://vikingguitar.bandcamp.com. As I've mentioned before, there are a lot of other remixers that did awesome Contra music. You should check them out. The Rocked and Loaded soundtrack in particular. Just search Contra 4 Rocked and Loaded. Also, Brain Cells has done some. Goat has done some. Vertex Guy did a remix of the first level music, which is great. So check out all of them. They're all great. remixers, great composers, and they all deserve your attention if you're willing to put time into that. But then again, you've just watched a 20-minute Let's Play video, and now you're listening to me ramble, so I don't know if you have any more time. But if you do, check it out. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please comment, like it, or subscribe to my channel. It's things like that that really let me know you guys are enjoying these and keep me doing them. I enjoy doing them, but it's really a form of entertainment for you guys, and I want to keep you entertained. So let me know if I'm entertaining you. Until next time, I'm Viking Guitar, and keep the world metal.